Thursday night prime time. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Flacco. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Tyquan Lewis, he read that the whole way and made the tackle.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Flacco. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And when you watch him trot onto the field, you just think to yourself, he looks like a quarterback. All the talent in the world, running, throwing, physical presence. The bottom line, though, has to get his completion percentage up to league standards because he was under 50% in 2024. If he puts it all together and reaches his full potential, he's going to be dynamite.
Richardson off the play fake. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Richardson. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opting to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Here's a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ooh, the juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Passing play, Flacco. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To pass, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Richardson to throw off play action. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage without loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Throw left side, he's got Tillman. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
It's Judkins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 8 and a first down.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be caught. Judy. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Here's Flacco. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Richardson out of the shotgun. This one finds Pierce on the out route. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
First down, Colts.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Play action. Now Richardson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Richardson to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now it's Richardson. Steps away to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 18 yards for Jonathan Taylor. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Open man, that's Tillman. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. Flacco off play action. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 65 yards. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now Richardson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Looking to put a drive together. Flacco. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
To the right side, that's where Tillman is. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Flacco. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Richardson looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Yeah, able to elude 1 tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Here's Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Richardson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So Flacco and the Browns down 14-7. A minute 39 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Flacco completes to Njoku.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Second down, 8 yards to go. Now Flacco. Right back to Njoku.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They gotta find a way to gash the defense downfield.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Pressure mounting. Flacco. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
No timeout. You gotta go quick here.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Setting to throw, Flacco. Over the middle, complete. That's 4th. And this will be a 1st down as well, but the clock continues to move.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
I get it. It's this fucking GTA that everybody, so they know where I'm at. I knew exactly where I was when I saw it.
One last gasp for Flacco. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I don't even play. Get out of my way, out of my way.
Super way up, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all the hallelujah, Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it, and I'm get it. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, don't we get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red, I'm ready right now, don't run your mouth too quick, let's get it. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way.
should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 I got too many plays. I don't even play. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way.
All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick. Let's get it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the visitor sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams to about the 48-yard line. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late-season push when we have everyone back? It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, check quietly. 154 wide.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, it's Blue. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go again with Blue. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive player of the week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely perfect. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. To throw is Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The 50-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, Giants.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. In motion right, that's Hyatt. Throwing is Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The drive starts with a run by Blue. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run again with Blue. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
First down, and they go right back to Blue. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Abdul Carter in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the rookie's free. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They begin with a carry for Blue. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Prescott now. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Prescott. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Noah Brown. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. The Commanders even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Aaron Rodgers hooking up with his tight end, Pat Freiermuth. 16 yards on the touchdown pass. This one's gone to the half, all even at 10 apiece. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And this is Ollie Gordon. He's looking for the end zone, holding on to the football. The high draft pick has his first NFL touchdown. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins, do, however, find themselves trailing at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just 1 touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That stop for a loss made by Damone Clark from his linebacker spot.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play? Or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Second down and 8.
We're going to 53. Yeah, here we go. Right, take.
Handoff, Blue running right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Yeah! Here we go. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 33.
Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Throwing. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And they get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
36 yards.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To throw is Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Play action now. Prescott. Throw pulled in by Ferguson. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
There's Tolbert. He's got him.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jalen Tolbert
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now Wilson.
He has Hyatt over the middle.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Prescott from the gun on third. He hits Blue. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Second down in the yard. Now Blue trying the right side. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try to run for it with Blue. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space. Maybe
on a bad time late for a pull throw. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Prescott. And a loose fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The New York set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Dak. Drops it to Blue, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on entry, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
And now out come the Giants. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Giants, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the New York Giants. And it's the rookie sensation from a year ago, Malik Neighbors. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Giants get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Denver Broncos. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Jonathan Taylor. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. One more to tell you about real quick. It's up in Minneapolis. It's the Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the veteran, Aaron Jones. He'll find an opening and take it in. A 6-yard rushing touchdown. The Vikings are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
Realize I am so
Have a good night, man. I'm finna bounce. I need some water, man.
He's thirsty
For water.
for water.
What's going on with them grapes?
They're all squishy. There's more in the fridge, though.
How much water you got in there? Man, look at the Lady Gaga people outside.
Yeah, the concert just got out. Yeah. I told you a bunch of people came down this way.
Lady Gaga.
She plays again tomorrow night, too, at Climate Pledge, so we'll get to see it again.
Hey, y'all was there. 24-7-3-2-5. Live for that, man. The like button help the channel grow, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. That good. It would is why. It is. Alright, peace. Hit the notification bell too. Make sure you don't miss out, man. Like that person that just got in here. You late. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you don't miss out next stream. Peace. Man.